Afternoon, everyone. Before we proceed to the next activity, the pre-bid conference for civil works, BACSEC, please acknowledge the presence of BAC members and determine if there is a quorum.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. As scheduled for today's activity, we will have a pre-bid conference for civil works projects. As we continue for our activities today, again, let us acknowledge the presence of the Bids and Awards Committee, our chairperson and presider for this activity, Engineer Glenn Dairit, with the vice chairperson, Engineer Warlito Linjo, together with the provisional member, Engineer Jasper Asna. We now have a quorum, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. With the presence of the majority of the BAC members, the meeting is called to order. BACSEC, please also acknowledge the presence of the BAC TWG, BAC Secretariat, observers, prospective bidders present.
Also, we acknowledge the procurement head, Engineer Grace Joy Racho, the BAC Secretariat members and staff, the technical working group members, and the presenters for the planning and design. We invited our resident auditor, Mr. Jufil Yap. Also, we have sent invitation through email, and we have proof of sending dated May 8, 2026 to the following observers: Attorney Eugene M. Alfaraz, Regional Coordinator of Crimes and Corruption Watch International Incorporated, and copy furnished to Mr. Carlo Batalla, Chairman, President of Crimes and Corruption Watch International Incorporated, and to Engineer Michael Salarda, President of Davao del Norte Conval Constructors Association Incorporated. For the online viewers, including prospective bidders, watching us right now via live streaming on our official YouTube channel, DPWH Davao del Norte DEO Procurement LS. Don't forget to click subscribe. Once again, good day and good afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you. The procurement activity this afternoon is the pre-bid conference for civil works. Pre-bid conference notice. The re-invitation to bid number 2026-004. 26 LC 0002 Maniki Bridge. B00182MN along Tagum-Panabo Circum Road with approved budget for the contract 43,218,000. Next is the 26 LC 0011 Junction Tagum City Bypass Road, San Agustin-New Bohol, New Corella leading to Matin-ao Inland Resort, New Corella Station 1 plus 091 to Station 1 plus 189, Davao del Norte, with an approved budget for the contract for CW1, 3,267,055 pesos and 25 centavos. For CW2, 972,924 pesos and 75 centavos. Total of 4,239 pesos and 239,480 pesos. The invitation to bid number 2026-007, 26 LC 0016, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Hall, Barangay New, Santiago, Asuncion, Davao del Norte, 125.72638 degrees, 7.62891 degrees, with an approved budget for the contract, 14,850,000. Then the 26 LC 0024, rehabilitation of multipurpose building, Gymnasium, Barangay Doña, Andrea, Asuncion, Davao del Norte, 125.758862 degrees, 7.613 548 degrees with an approved budget of 24,750,000. And 26 LC 0032, construction of water system at Barangay Limbaan, New Corella, Davao del Norte with an approved budget for the contract of 7,920,000. Next, the 26 LC 0036, Kapalong-Talaingod-Valencia, Bukidnon Road, kilometer 1524 plus 300 to kilometer 1524 plus 500 with an approved budget for the contract 94,570,000. Next is the 26 LC 0037, Nabunturan-Laak Road, Barangay Santa Fe, Station 6 plus 429.650 plus Station 6 plus 505.65, New Corella, Davao del Norte, with an approved budget for the contract of 94,570,000. Then the 26 LC 0047, construction of multipurpose building, Gymnasium, Barangay Magugpo East, Tagum City, Davao del Norte, 125.820379 degrees, 7.449319 degrees with an approved budget for the contract of 24,750,000. And the 26 LC 0050, construction of road Barangay Cambanugoy to Bantayan, Station 0 plus 000 to Station 0 plus 500, Asuncion, Davao del Norte, with an approved budget for the contract of 38,416,000. And the last, 26 LC 0059, construction of road Barangay Santo Niño to Central Baugan, Talaingod, Davao del Norte, Station 0 plus 000 to Station 2 plus 000 with an approved budget for the contract of 72,375,000. So, may we proceed? Data to be presented by the Planning and Design section.
to 1481 plus 192.4 at Station B. Next slide, please. This is the general plan for the bridge, which has 5 spans. Next slide, please. General elevation of the bridge. So for the replacement of transverse expansion joint, it is located at the abutment A and abutment B. So as you can see in the geotag photos, these are the damaged expansion joint to be replaced. Next slide, please. So for the transverse expansion joint, we will be using finger type expansion joint. These are the details for the expansion joint. Next. For the replacement of longitudinal expansion joint, so the highlighted area is the expansion joint to be replaced. So as you can see for the upper part, na-shorten siya og 41 meters dili full length sa bridge ang ma-replace. Next slide, please. For the longitudinal expansion joint, we will be using compression seal type. So this is the details for the expansion joint. The specification is CPEC WOSD 50. Next slide, please. So these are the longitudinal expansion joint to be replaced. Next slide, please. Next, the partial deck and slab replacement at span number 3 and span number 4. So as you can see, the highlighted area is the location of the deck slab to be replaced. Next slide, please. So these are the photos underneath the bridge for the damaged slab. Next slide, please. Next, the removal and replacement of asphalt overlay for the entire length of the bridge, including approaches. Next slide. So this is the typical section for the asphalt overlay. Next slide, please. So this is the photo for the deck for the bridge deck to be replaced with asphalt. Next, application of epoxy injection at Pier 1 and Pier 3. Next. So this is the location of the cracks at the pier. So as you can see at the geotag photos, highlighted are the cracks to be injected with epoxy. Next. Next is the replacement of bolts. So these are the photos of the missing bolts underneath the bridge. So this is one of the missing bolts. This is another one. Next. Next. And that's all for contract ID 26LC002.
Thank you. Back members, any query regarding the presentation?
Query lang, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
About ito sa expansion joint sa longitudinal niya.
Yes, sir.
Dili tumakwantanan. Nga naman.
Yes, sir. Because of the price escalation, nag-increase ang presyo sa fuel. So we had to shorten the extent of the expansion joint. Wala ang milain niya pay item to reduce. Kani man ang major sa kuan niya cost.
Okay, so any query pa? So regarding sa query ni Sir Don, unsa situation sa wala na appeal?
Sa part niya wala na kuan sir, as is lang siya.
So damage siya or okay
Kaning
pa?
sa span 1 dili pa damage ang span 1.
Pili lang tong section nga baligi ano lang to section sir ba nga
Pinaka good pag
o good
condition
pag
nga
condition
expansion
para
joint.
in case na kung bahalag di siya may labtan sa karon na project, serviceable gyapon ng bridge. Ito, sir.
Sige, so, okay, so, another one, kanang sa, di ba, ma-remember na ako, dili siya pantay, di ba, na siya, pila gay ang difference niya? 2 inches? Ba to?
Varying ang
Hindi,
difference sa
maximum,
depth,
maximum.
50 mm. 2
Baba
inches.
ba ang, sa to, ha? Baba ba to ang sa outside?
Baba,
Outside, baba, no?
baba ang inner 2 lanes, sir.
O, so, unsay buhaton na to?
Mas baga ang
Para mapantay siya.
mas baga ang ihang overlay sa inner lane, sir.
Pila yung maabot? 0.1?
Pwede
Kwatro?
mo balik sa details, sir, sa cross section.
Sa baba, sa nag-depress na section, pila siya. Aka na? Sige
This
daw.
one.
40. 40. Between us.
So sa katong lalom nga section, sir, mulapas na siya og
Point.
kuan 50 mm.
80 na.
1, 2, 3. Mga 100 pila na to abuton? Mga 120. Around 120 mm yata ang pinakabaga dito, sir. Sa overlay sa katong na-difference og elevation.
Then how about sa katong taas nga section, pila siya?
50 lang yapon dito. Katong
Okay. Kay mo flashing mo kano kay
Yes,
napa mo
sir.
siya apason niya no,
Yes, sir.
apason niya.
Okay.
Okay.
Magtupong siya sa ihang
Yes.
kuan.
So, pila ka PSI usually ang ginagamit sa injection sa cracks sa ilalom? Pila ka PSI? Injection? 11,000 PSI? Pwede no? Kay bridge mo na. Wala.
We will review sa details sa plano, sir, because it is indicated sa general notes naman.
Kaya at least kabalota kay sa experience sa una, nag-retrofit mo na siya, no?
Yes, sir.
So, 11,000 PSI. So, karon nangutana ko kung pili gi-apply na to. Kuan lang po, kay since pre-bid na ba yan eh. Okay, so, Box, any query regarding the presentation?
None, Mr. Chair.
The implementing unit?
None, Mr. Chair.
So, thank you. Let's proceed to the next project.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. For Project Junction, Tagum City Bypass Road, San Agustin-New, Bohol, New Corella, leading to Matin-ao Inland Resort, New Corella Station 1+091 to Station 1+189, Davao del Norte. Net length is 98 linear meter. Total width of road 6.7 meters. Shoulder width 1.5 meter and thickness of pavement is 230 millimeter. Scope of works, road concreting, construction of grouted riprap slow protection, application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings, installation of guardrails and gravel transition ramp. Summary of quantities, location map, the typical section at normal crown fill section, geotag photos, End of presentation.
Okay? That's all? So, Baksec, any query regarding the presentation? Yes? None? So, implementing unit, any query regarding the
Mr. Chair.
presentation? Baksec, any query regarding the presentation?
None, Mr. Chair.
Pakibalik, gamay lang ha. Pakibalik sa kuan gani, sa cross section nga. So more kasagaran sa mao na ni siya ang mahulog typical sa ano?
Whole length.
Sa
Sa whole length, sir. Yes, sir.
tambak kita. Invalidation. So mabahaan dito.
Yes, sir.
So okay. So thank you. So let's proceed to the next project, please.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, and good afternoon,
Afternoon.
everyone. For the contract ID number 26LC0016, contract name, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Hall, Barangay New Santiago, Asuncion, Davao del Norte, with an ABC of 14,850,000, contact duration 180 calendar days, and the source of fund FY 2026 GAA.
Imong name gani sir?
Ay, sir,
Si-
I'm Joshua Bucales po.
Thank you.
So this is the perspective of the Barangay Hall. One story lang siya. One story lang siya. Subay lang siya sa... Then this is the location of the project site from our office with a distance of 34.5 kilometers. Geotag photos. So as you can see, nata i-remove na mga trees like banana trees and coconut trees. Sa site validation was conducted on September 23, 2025. Then the site development plan. Then the trust details. We have 50 by 50 by 5 for the main frame and web member, double angle. Then proof of ownership, sir, text declaration pala akong mahatag, sir, kay gina-process pa po ang proof of ownership. Then nag-send na po mi og letter for proof of ownership. Then na-receive na nila. Pero wala gyapon sila i-respond. Nag-wait pa mi sa respond nila. Pero gina-follow up na namo karon. So minimum equipment requirement, we have backhoe, bar bender, bar cutter, cutting outfit, dump truck, one bagger mixer, plate compactor, boom truck, and welding machine. Then here are the summary of quantities. For the part A, we have field for the office engineer. For the part B, we have permits and clearances, project billboard and signboard, occupational safety and health, mobilization and demobilization. For the part C, we have earthwork, seedlings and saplings for other programs, initiatives, individual removal of trees, structure excavation, embankment from roadway, structure excavation, gravel fill. For the part D, we have structural concrete, 3,000 PSI and 4,000 PSI. And we have reinforcing steel, deform, grade 40 and grade 60. And we have form works and false works. For the part E, we have soil poisoning as well. For the masonry works, we have CHB, 100 mm, and 150 mm. So part E, finishing works, we have wall for 4.5 mm fiber cement on metal frame. Wall WPC, carpentry and joinery works for PVC panels, glazed tiles and trims, unglazed tiles, floor finishes, cement plaster finish, and railing. For the painting works, we have masonry and concrete, wood and steel. So sa roof framing, we have flashing, gutters, and corrugated long span. Metal structures, steel fascia, metal structures, bolts and rods, turnbuckle, sag rods, cross bracing, steel plates, structural steel trusses, and steel purlins. So plumbing, we have sewer line works, storm drainage and downspout, septic vault, plumbing fixtures, and cold water lines. For the electrical works, we have conduits, boxes and fittings, wires and wiring devices, panel board with main and branch breakers, solar panel, and lighting fixtures. And lastly, mechanical works, we have ventilating equipment, air conditioning system, water tank, stainless, and fire alarm system. That's all po, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. So, back members, any query regarding the presentation?
Query lang, Mr. Chair.
Okay,
Itong
proceed.
ibalik ko to sa, sa individual removal of trees.
Yes, sir.
Appeal naman na siya sa permit and clearances, ang permit to cut.
Sa permits and clearances, sir?
Ah,
Wait lang. Appeal, sir. Occupancy na, sir, no? Occupancy na siya na, ano?
permit to cut, kanisa imong naman kay removal of trees.
Oh, appeal na siya, sir, sa permits and clearances.
Appeal na siya.
Yes, sir.
Ah, sige.
Query? So, so,
Ay, sir. Clarification po, sir.
ha? Yes, sa nakita na ko, nasa yung mga lubi, no?
Oh, taas, sir. Ang
So, nasa yung lubi, so, ano, so, posibleng, teka, pakibalik daw sa proof of ownership. Ang kinsay nakatag, is this one?
tax
Tax
declaration.
declaration. Oh, yes. Oh, no. Okay. Government lot, no? So,
Yes, sir.
pero kinsa tong tanom? Okay lang siya, ha? Mag-cut.
Under naman to sa, ano, sir? Sa
Kay
barangay.
ang problema na to sa once ang coconut manggod, in reality, pag putulon nimo siya nga walay mo angal, okay lang. Pero nay mo angal isa nga nagiputol nila ang coconut dako kay na siya impact. So possible PCA ni mo approval sa kwan. No.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Pero unsay say sa kwan, sa pag-validate, unsay say sa tag-iya sa mga lubi, okay lang siya kay mas maayo nga pagdasmag nato dito ano say lubi. Di ba? Kay lisod ba karon? Oh, unay tan-awon lang, no? Tan-awon dito. Kay maunay common problem basta na lubi. Sige, Sir Henry.
Sir,
Regarding sa kanang problem sir, bali mangutanan sa mi sa road right sir kay sila
Okay.
magod ang naga-process ana regarding sa
Sige.
kanang mga igo gani nga mga trees.
Mm.
Si
Kaya sa
verify lang sa
execution,
namo sir.
sa execution mo na common problem. So, si sir, designer ka sir or
Programmer, sir.
programmer? Ang designer nimo
Ah,
sa kaning project is
si Sir Ryan, sir.
Ryan
Howard. Howard po.
Howard. Howard na?
Howard.
Oo, Howard gini na. Okay, so implementing unit.
Mr. Chair, naa siya mga discrepancies sa iyahang mga quantities. So, possible SBB. Tama, sir, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Possible SBB po. Thank you.
Please take note. Backsec, any query?
None, Mr. Chair.
None. Okay, so let's proceed to the next project, please. Ay, pahabol. Excuse me, sir. Sa design gani sa atong field office, no? Field office, no? Tama ba? Field office, na ba ito yung field office? Unsay design ana gani?
Sa mo answer is bahay kubo ra gyud sir.
Ang na-equip, naman equipment? Na-equipment?
Equipment wala na sir.
Wala?
Wala.
Okay ra. Okay, thank you.
Nakadi. Wala lang po siguro ko kabalo. Sa bahay kubo ang gina.
Who will present next?
Okay. Sorry sir for the delay.
Okay, thank you.
Ginakuan pang file. Okay, let's proceed. 26 LC 0024 Rehabilitation of Multipurpose Building Gymnasium Barangay Doña Andrea Asuncion, Davao del Norte. Then ABC of 24,750,000 and a contract duration of 220 calendar days. A source of under FY 2026 GAA. This is our perspective. So this is a gym. Okay. Ayan. So ang ato ang building is 36 by 22. So wide plunge na ang gamit sa ato ang gym sa kanilang project. Next. Ayan, so as per site development plan, we have existing structures dito, na water tank, then tanod post. We have also existing na stage and also daycare care center, and also the gym pod. So kana siya katong mga na-mention is ma-remove, which is ma-remove to siya para i-butang na to dito dapit ang ato ang gym. And naputay construction of 35 linear meters na 6.5 meter nga width nga concrete road. And as you can see, muna itong proposed gym kanang naka-red siya nga line. Next. Yan. So this is our site development plan 3D. So ang atong gym ana na siya. Bali naka perpendicular na siya sa main road. Next. This is our elevation. Then ang ato ang elevation is linya na siya sa main road. Next. For the steel structure connections, muna ang ato ang main connections. Next. Yan, elevation. Ang atong mga sections is wide flange. Yan. Next. Yan, this is our truss plan ni siya, plan. Ang gamit is mga wide flange gihapon. Next. Yan, minimum equipment requirement. Yan. Next. For the site validation, dated September 23, 2025. So, makita ninyo, signed by the Barangay Kagawad. Next. For the proof of ownership, they have a transfer certificate of title, named to Barangay Doña Andrea, Municipality of Asuncion. Next. And for the demolition permit. For the demolition permit, they have secured the permits for the removal of the existing structures. Next. Ayan, muna siya ang mga demolition permit. Then, ato ang site, muna ang existing site dito. So, kanang gym, muna ang ma-remove. Then, kanang blue na structure sa left side, muna itong tanod post, na po yung water tank nila, ma-remove po na siya. Then, ang stage na is di siya makita, pero na siya sa may right side na portion sa gym. Yan. So, sa right side niya siya nga portion mo. Ma-remove po niya siya og ang iyang adjacent ka building, which is the daycare center, ma-remove po. Yan. Next. For the summary of quantities, we have provisions for furniture, equipment, appliances for field office. Muna siya tong computer set para sa engineer. Then, construction of field office for the engineer. For part B, you have other general requirements, permits and clearances, project billboard and signboard, occupational safety and health, mobilization, demobilization, and you have, for the earthwork, we have subgrade preparation para sa road, aggregate sub-base course sa road na siya, then removal of structures sa mga existing building. Then we have structure excavation, embankment from roadway and structure excavation, embankment from barrow, gravel fill. Then for the reinforced concrete, we have structural concrete class A and B, 4,000 PSI and 3,000 PSI. And reinforced steel, grade 40 and grade 60. And for the pavement road is naputay PCC pavement unreinforced 230 mm thick, and also formworks and postworks. Then we have for finishing sanitary and other civil works, we have CHB non-load bearing. Non-load bearing 100 mm and 150 mm. And we have carpentry and joinery works, PVC ceiling panels on metal frame. We have also stadium seats, plastic seats na siya. Then glazed tiles and trim, unglazed tiles, floor finishes, tactiles para sa sa rampa. Then have also cement plaster finish, aluminum cladding, railings, also railings. Then painting works, masonry, wood and steel. Okay. Ang steel is appeal na ang mga wide flange. Appeal na siya. Then ang textured finish is the rubberized paint. So ang atoang flooring is naka-rubberized siya. Then for the roof framing and roofing works, we have fabricated metal roofing accessories, ridge, flashing, and gutters. We have also pre-painted metal sheets, corrugated long span, and metal structures, steel fascia and machine bolts, metal structure accessories, bolts and rods, turnbuckle, sag rods, cross bracing, steel plates, and for the structural steel, you have trusses, trusses and purlins para sa aton structural steel. Also, cladding frame. Then for the fabricated materials, we have finishing hardware, hollow steel door, aluminum glass windows, awning type, jalousie windows, and frames, which is the door jambs, and door, which is flush and roll-up door, steel roll-up door. And for the plumbing sanitary work, you have septic vault, catch basin, sewer line works, storm drainage and downspout, cold water lines, plumbing fixtures. And for the electrical works, we have also conduit boxes and fittings, wires and wiring devices, panel board with main and branch breakers, and also solar panel with inverter, battery, and other devices and lighting fixtures. For the mechanical works, you have a water tank, which is stainless. So that's the project for 26LC0024.
Okay, thank you. Engineer Caballero. Any query from the back, members?
None, Mr. Chair.
Implementing unit.
Mr. Chair.
Sir, na ako'y gamay. Gamay nga query ba? Wala ako'y gamay. The project is major category of works, BI, or buildings repair. Pero naroon ba tayo karsada, sir, no? So, say ko nini.
Kanang kasada, sir, is kuan lang siya, sir. Bali, entrance, padulong sa kuan, sir.
Lagi, sir. Pero the same, na siya'y construction of road. Say ko nini. Dili tamo ka problema, no? Since the project is building, then napod siya road.
Di man siya major. Di man siya major, sir. 35 linear meter lang mapod siya. Bali, access road lang siya padulong sa gym.
The same kalsada gyapon, no?
Permission to speak, Mr.
Sige.
Chair. As per DO 164 series of 2025, subject updated guidelines for the determination of the major and similar categories of works. Ma-considered lang siyang major categories pag above 50% sa imuhang ABC po. Since wala man siya kalapas sa 50% sa imuhang ABC,
Wala.
so dili siya ma-considered nga major categories po, Mr. Chair.
So, okay lang.
Yes po.
Then, painting na to, kaning naman siya yung mga, ngutala lang ko katong na yung mga primer, kompleto siya.
Yes sir, pala sa steel, katong mga wide planche, itong column beams,
Primer.
mga steel structure, nagad siya painting.
Ang except katong main nga painting, napo siya naka-include ba sa program ang primer?
Yes sir, included na sir.
Okay.
Mm.
Sige, thank you. So, proceed to the next presenter. Thank you, sir.
Thank you sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. For the contract ID 26LC0032, contract name, construction of water system at Barangay Limbaan, Corella, Davao del Norte, with an ABC of 7,920,000. Contract duration of 120 calendar days. Source of fund, FY 2026 GAA. So this is the perspective. Next. So summary of quantity, part B, permit and clearances, project billboard, signboard, occupational safety and health, mobilization, demobilization. Then part C, earthwork, structure excavation, embankment, then gravel fill. Reinforced concrete structural class B 28 days, then structural concrete class A 28 days, 4,000 PSI. Then reinforcing steel grade 40, reinforcing steel grade 60, formwork and false work. Then CHB non-load bearing 100 mm. Then unglazed tile, cement plaster finish, ceiling, marine plywood on wood frame. Then painting work, masonry concrete, painting work, wood, painting work, steel. Then waterproofing, liquid base. Then fabricated metal roofing, flashing, fabricated metal roofing, gutter, pre-painted metal sheet, corrugated long span, structural steel trusses, then structural steel purlin. Then frame, jambs, seals, head, transoms and mullion, door, wood panel, aluminum glass window, sliding type, and aluminum glass window fixed type. So finishing hardware, then storm drainage downspout and plumbing fixtures. Then for part E, electrical works, conduit boxes, fitting, then wire and wiring devices, panel board with main branch breakers, solar panel with inverter, battery and other devices, then lighting fixtures, and pole-mounted power transformer with complete accessories. Mechanical work, air conditioning system, package split type, water tank, water pumping system, drilling of deep well. Then lastly, water supply, polyethylene, plastic pipe HDPE, then bulbs and water treatment plant modular skid type with complete accessories. Next. So this is the pipeline layout with a total pipeline of 2,379.456 meters, linear meters. Then next, this is the water system detail. And then next, so this is the DO where we adapt the design of water system and filtration, water treatment process. So next, also the water line layout. Next, and this is our design based on DO 160. So we have a deep well with a 100-meter of deep, and also water treatment process. And also we have a 20 cubic elevated water tank. Next. This is our pipeline layout. Then next. This is our design for the deep well. So 100-meter in deep. This is based on the conducted georesistivity testing on the site. So the results, next sir. So based on the result, the data, so from, we have 14 rods in the testing. So the best result is within 6 to 9. So nakita nyo ng highlighted. And the deep kanang mauna siyang 100 meters. So between 6 to 9 siya. Dara ang best na result sa nigawas. So this is the mauna siya among mark dito sa area. So this is the site for drilling. So proposed drilling site for deep well. So geotag photos. So this is the time we were conducted the georesistivity testing together with the second district planning and design section, because they have the georesistivity test. So we asked their help to conduct the testing. Next, geotag photos. This is the site. Next. So this is the proof of ownership, land title. And then, that's all, sir.
Thank you. Any query back, members?
None, Mr. Chair.
Implementing unit,
Mr. Chair.
BACSEC, any query?
None, Mr. Chair.
Sir, regarding sa site,
Yes, sir.
bali, okay na ba itong site?
Yes, sir. We secure land title. So this is provided by the Limbaan, Barangay Limbaan.
So, mo ba niya siya sa una nga mupirma ka 20 ka buok?
Again,
20 ka,
dili, sir. Lahi na po ni siya, sir.
Lahi ni siya?
Lahi na ni siya, sir.
So,
So,
government-
upon validation, sir, nahatag man din nila ang kuan.
okay. Okay, government lot siya.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So, proceed to the next presenter, please.
Hello. Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon, everyone.
Sir, pakisulti yung pangalan, sir.
I'm Roberto Nazareno po
Sir,
from Planning and Design Section po.
Thank you.
For the contract ID of 26LC0036 with the contract name of Kapalong-Talaingod-Valencia, Bukidnon Road, kilometer 1524 plus 300 to kilometer 1524 plus 500, Davao del Norte, with an ABC of 94,570,000 and with a brief description of construction flow protection MSE wall. Next. This is the project site po. Kapalong ay sa Talaingod siya. Then this is the beginning of the project sa may Talan-Awon to ang end niya kay kilometer 1524 plus 500. Next po. Then as you can see sa plan. Next po. Nasa construction of new pavement. Length niya is 200 meters. The width is 3.35 meters. Then 280 mm thick. Next po. Then construction of canal lining. Length niya is 200 meters gihapon. Then with transition canal of 10 meters before the beginning and after the end of the project. Then construction of MSE wall sa left side po. Length kay 140 meters. Then other scope of works, removal of existing PCCP, construction of retaining wall, installation of concrete ditch canal with concrete barrier, installation of cross drain with head wall and chute protection, installation of guardrail, GI post with end piece, installation of hazard markers and road signs, application for reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings. Next. Then is the typical roadway section. Sa left side kay MSE wall, then sa right side is the concrete canal lining and the new PCCP po. Next po. Next. Then atong statag grid o katong isa kay MSE wall. Next po. Then wala ang mga details. Next. Then for the summary of quantities, nasa facilities for the engineer, construction of field office for the engineer, provision of furniture, fixtures, equipment, and appliances for the field office for the engineer. Then sa other general requirements, retaining wall, survey, and staking, project billboard, signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization and demobilization. For the earthworks, removal of actual structures or obstructions, PCCP reinforced 0.23 meters thick, surplus rock excavation, structure excavation, soft rock, embankment from roadway, structure excavation, common soil, subgrade preparation, common material. Then for the sub-base and base course, na siya aggregate sa base course. For the surface course, na siya Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced na 0.15 meters thick, 14 days for the pave shoulder, then Portland cement concrete pavement for the 0.28 meters thick, 14 days for the roadway. Then for the drainage and slope protection structures, we have reinforcing steel bar grade 60, structural concrete class A, line canal trapezoidal reinforced concrete, stone masonry, mechanically stabilized earth MSE retaining walls, and cell granular backfill. For the miscellaneous structures, we have concrete curve cast in place, installation of metal guardrail, metal beam, including post, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white, and reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings yellow. Then this is the MSE wall po. Next po. Then this is the soil reinforcement inspiration geotextile of MSE wall. And that's all po.
Thank you. Any query, back members?
Query, Mr. Chair.
Okay, proceed.
Katong sa surplus rock excavation, unsay pilay height ato sa sa ulay tay typical.
Pero 9 meters.
Nakita na ko tong si Jande magud ang prepare ani. na siguro ni sa mga almost 9 to 10 meters, almost same lang sa kaning sa ano.
Typical.
Pero wala sir, mas makatubang siya dyan. Wala akong nakita sa typical, no?
Wala.
Bali, makita ninyo sa plan, Ragodbert. Ay, katong,
Sa plan daw, sir.
bali, ang idea technically is gisibog na to ang alignment sa roadway pasulod sa cut side. Kay para dili, ang retaining wall, which is ang MSE, is nagtindog jud siya dito sa, sulod jud siya sa slope ba, kumbaga. Otong medyo massive ang cut niya sa soft track.
So, i-disturb na to ang original, no?
Yes, sir. Makailang
Baan.
Yes, sir. Isa na sa major scope of works aning items, aning project, sir, is ang excavation dito sa ano na to, hillside sa Talaingod, which is kung familiar mo sa type of soil na to sa Talaingod is ano, medyo complicated.
Loose. So, ang part nun sa contractor no na naka-project na ba siya ginini? Or we need to have the help of the supplier or to install this MSE retaining wall?
When it comes sa MSE, sir, magdepende na sa supplier, sir, kung mostly man pod good nag-provide pod sila technical assistance when it comes kung kinsa man nilang supplier. And gina-make sure man good nila nga si supplier unsa tong specs ni supplier is ma-follow pod jud. And unsa tong specs pod nato nga gibutang sa plan.
Hopefully. So, okay, so implementing unit.
Sir Chair, query lang unta ko sa mga quantities since naa siya mga discrepancies, na ba siya possible nga SBB?
Actually, na siya di siya possible SBB jud na SBG siya. I-update lang nako ang as to quantities kay naay possible na changes sa quantities mismo. Walay ma-add ata ang item ani, quantities lang.
Noted po. Thank you.
So sa type sa atong field office, the same by Kobo?
Yes, sir. And ang furniture is also the same.
Dili mabasa atong kanino narba ta equipment to?
Ako lang verify, sir, ha, if ang assigned ba ani na furniture is katong fully size na computer or basig katong portable type nga laptop or something. Pero ako lang verify, sir.
Okay, so let's hope for the best. Thank you. So proceed with the next presenter.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. For Nabunturan-Laak Road, Barangay Santa Fe, Station 6+4, 29.65, to Station 6+5, 05.65, New Corella, Davao del Norte. Next slide, please. So actually this project, although ang project name is Nabunturan-Laak Road, but the scope of work, the major one is construction of bridge. So the proposed construction of bridge is located sa going from Naay Road from Bayabas going to Santa Fe, and kanang red na point dira is mo na siya ang location with the coordinates. Next slide, please. So again, the location is Barangay Santa Fe, New Corella, Davao del Norte. This is near the boundary between Nabunturan and New Corella. The proposed contract duration is 262 calendar days and an ABC of 94,570,000. The proposed scope of works kay construction of a two-lane bridge. So 40 linear meter ni siya, single span na pre-stressed na concrete girder, and concreting of bridge approaches. Ang width na to is 3.35 per lane. So basically standard siya na highway nga na total width of 6.7 meters. And other scope of works includes kompleto siya sa abutment protection, concrete ato with steel sheet pile foundation. And other miscellaneous scope of works, installation of road safety devices sa approaches ni siya, guardrails on the bridge approaches and warning signs, as well as the pavement markings. Next slide please. So mo ni ato ang single span na bridge kanang basically mo na ang na-color and standard lang ni siya nga bridge na concrete tong typical na DPWH na design. And kanang mga naka-hatch is mo na ang mga existing nila nga drainage structure dito nga gibutang and motong propose ato ang bridge to ma-solve ng ilahang problema nga di maagian. Next slide please. So again, standard lang siya na bridge on specify lang nako ang iyahang foundation which is driven piles pataani, 2 rows nga 450 by 450 ang size. So mo na siya ang foundation sa bridge. Next slide please. And sa bridge approaches natay duha ka typical na section. Sa bridge mismo is nakatambak ta kay since pababa man ni siya. So may elevate lang ta. Mo po niya pinaka-extreme na fill area pod. And next is mostly next slide is nakakat po ta sa maximum ani na height is nara sa mga 10 meters actually. Naka-bench na ta kaisa and mo niya to ang typical roadway section. Common ni siya natay cut sa right side then sa left side is cliff. So next slide please. And mo ni ang items of work. So nagyapon siya facilities for the engineer as well as other general requirements. Ang earthworks natay clearing and grubbing, removal of trees as well as katong namanggoy mga existing na mga drainage structures dito mo na ang natay removal of structures obstructions na concrete. And then sa bridge construction, this is a typical na ano lang single span. Natay 450 by 450 na mga precast na concrete piles and for the superstructure katong reinforcing steel and structural concrete. And lastly, ang isa sa superstructure na major is ang girder which is pre-stressed structural concrete members na type 6 na siya. Sorry. And then sa drainage and slope protection structures, natay line canal and then katong sa abutment niya is ang concrete slope protection and the sheet pile. And for the miscellaneous, mo na lang itong mga road safety devices such as na metal guardrail, pavement markings, and as katong sa cut side natay dito erosion control which is ang gipili nako diri is ang coconut and cocologs. Next slide. Kani is photos na lang for the bridge site. So manotice niyo na ubos lang ang natural or normal na water level and as to design and investigation sa site is dili lang pud kaayo mo taas ang tubig dira. Motong enough na ang single span na 40 meters na bridge. Next slide please. Kani mga photos man yung ginamin na existing structures na siya existing na bridge sa una nga naguba. Nabili na lang isang pier. Next. Ang original alignment sa road is kanang naay pier. So basically ibalik lang nato kay nag-detour magud sila dira nga gamay. Next slide. Kani mo yung view sa taas sa approach A. Next. And mo ni sa road na lang na situation dito. So pakita lang ako ni mga to emphasize nga dili ingon kay siya nga kipot, we can fit ang ato ang standard na road gyapon. Next slide please. Kana siya is recent lang na nga photo gibalikan kay na occur na mga soil slope collapse nga gi-maintain pod which I think sa local government LGU ata or province. So that's it for Nabunturan-Laak Road, Barangay Santa Fe, Corella, Davao del Norte.
Thank you. Any query from the MAC members?
None, Mr. Chair.
Implementing unit?
None, Mr. Chair.
Sure? Okay.
Para lang po ma-record siya, this is subject for na lang po SB, na yung mga additional items lang na i-add and possible changes sa quantities due to pag last na visit is na yung mga changes po sa terrain.
So, is this segmental, Sir Fred?
Dili sir, ang gina-discourage me nga mag-segmental and ang recommendation sa central office sa MOA when it comes to pag mag-resolve tayo into segmental is may pa daw ikas na lang on-site kaysa kanang typical na to makita na ginakas siya sa unsa ba supplier.
In place, oh. So, pre-comment no? Pre-stress, no?
Yes, sir. Pre-stress and girder, sir.
So, the whole 40 meters?
Yes, sir.
So, considering the road, kaya ang pivot niya?
Sir?
Sa tapira ba ni? Kaya ra sa pag-validate?
Sa bridge. Sa side.
Kay nakaadto na ko ani sa tapi murag paliko ni. Sige lang.
Dili sa ano, sir, dili na sa may actually mo ang extend na to sa road is padulog Santa Fe kay boundary na ang pika side sa Nabunturan. Kanang actually diri nga side mo tong pantay atong approaches na ay isa ka abutment nga taas kay di naman ta ka-extend sa Nabunturan.
So regarding sa mubo lang siya no ang kuan pero nag-design ba ka og kuan tawag ini Senapred kanang ang sayang kilid ba palibot sa term Greenway
wala na namo nag-opt me nga dili na mag-greenway kay as to experience man good sir with ano po dati sa basta single span nga ing ani dili na nila ginaano og greenway tapos dili pud siya high water man good maglisod mi og ano sir ba kumbaga ganang justify oh sorry
pero sipan tayo pero sige padayon Fred
wala sir okay na to.
Okay.
Sa karon nag-finalize namin nga wala sa ikin.
Sige, thank you. So proceed to the next presenter, please.
So, good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Rensmo Rosalinda from Planning and Design Section, presenting the project with a contract ID of 26LC0047 with a contract name of Construction of Multipurpose Building Gymnasium at Barangay Magugpo East, Tagum City, Davao del Norte, with an ABC of 24,750,000 and with a contract duration of 220 calendar days. And the source of fund of this project is FY 2026 GAA. So this is the perspective the proposed gym at the Barangay Magugpo is. Next, please. So this is the location map. It is approximately 8.4 kilometers from our office. So these are the geotag photos. So on the muna siya ang existing gym kanang nasa left side and kanang nasa right side dira dapat i-propose ang katong gym. Next please. So this is the site development plan of the proposed gymnasium at Magugpo East. So these are the proof of ownership. So it is being owned by the Barangay Government of Magugpo East. So, upat siya ka titulo kay upat man ka kuan ang kuan atong gymnasium. So, this is the floor plan. So, ang gym na to is 22 by 36. Nya na siya bleacher matag side. Nya na po siya stage o backstage. So we have the truss details. Ang mga trusses is made up of mga wide flange. And this is the elevation of the gym. So these are the steel structure connections, different kinds of structure connections. So So this is the minimum equipment requirement. We have the backhoe, 1 bar bender, 1 bar cutter, 1 cutting outfit, 2 dump trucks, 1 bagger mixer, 2 plate compactor, 1 boom truck, 2 welding machine, 1 concrete vibrator, and 1 truck-mounted crane. So this is the summary of quantities. For Part A, we have the facilities for the engineer. First is the provision of furnitures or fixtures, equipment, and appliances for the field office for the engineer. Next is the construction of field office for the engineer. And for Part B, we have the other general requirements. First is the permits and clearances, project billboard or signboard for DPWH, occupational safety and health, mobilization or demobilization. And for Part C, we have the earthwork, subgrade preparation, common material, and aggregate sa base course. Para ni siya sa roads nga item. Then next is the structure excavation for common soil, embankment from roadway or structure excavation for common soil, embankment from barrow for common soil, and lastly, gravel fill. And for Part D, we have the reinforced concrete. We have structural concrete Class A and Class B with 4,000 and 3,000 PSI. Next is the reinforcing steel with grade 40 and grade 60. Next is the PCC pavement unreinforced with 230 mm thickness. And lastly, formworks and false works. And for Part E, we have the finishing sanitary and other civil works. We have the soil poisoning, CHB with 100 mm and 150 mm thickness, carpentry and joinery works such as PVC ceiling panels on metal frame and stadium seats, glazed tiles and trims. Next, please. Next is unglazed tiles, floor finishes, tactiles for ramps, cement plaster finishes, aluminum cladding, railings, painting works for masonry or concrete, wood and steel, and textured finish such as a rubberized paint para sa ato ang basketball court. And we also have fabricated metal roofing accessories such as ridge or hip rolls, flashing, gutters, pre-painted metal sheets, metal structures such as steel fascia and machine bolts, metal structure accessories, bolts and rods, turnbuckle, sag rods, cross bracing, steel plates. And for structural steel, we have the trusses, purlins, cladding frame. We also have finishing hardware, hollow steel door, aluminum glass windows, awning type, jealousy windows, glass, frames such as jam seals, head, transoms, and mullions, flush doors, roll-up door, concrete canal, septic vault or tank, catch basin, sewer line works, storm drainage and downspout, cold water lines, and plumbing fixtures. And for Part F, we have the electrical works, the conduit boxes and fittings, wires and wiring devices, panel board with main and branch breakers, solar panel with inverter, battery, and other devices, lighting fixtures, LCD LED monitor for electronic basketball scoreboard, single arm solar LED roadway lighting, and for lastly, the mechanical works, we have the water tank and fire extinguisher. And that's conclude my presentation, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Any query from the back members?
Query lang, Mr. Chair. Katong about sa sa PCCP. Answer siya with perimeter lang ang PCCP.
Access road lang, sir.
Access road.
Yes po. Access road pa dong sa site mismo. The length, 40 meters, 40 linear meter. Wala na ko na update ang site development plan, Mr. Chair. Ay, na-include na, Mr. Chair. Sa left side siya mabot. Dira siya sa kanang sa may MRF dapit ang kanang access road padong sa gym.
Okay, sige. So, the implementing unit?
Mr.
Uh, how about the elevation of the gym, the floor elevation? Considering, is this flooded area or okay lang siya? Paki-check, paki-kan sa imong kuan, sa imong cross section. Makita ba?
Wala ko na. Ay, based sa kuan sir, sa site condition, kuan lang siya kanang swampy area.
But how about, is it flooded area during rainy season? Ang elevation. So we also consider that. We must
elevated ang kuan, Mr. Chair.
So how many meters from the original ground?
1.8 meters.
Wow. 1.8? Sure? Taas kaya na?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
The elevation of the gym ba? Sa wala pa sa hilabti, gikan sa original, mag 1.8 ta? Apil na. Okay. No, minus 0.5.
1.3.
Okay, so Baksek, any query?
None, Mr. Chair.
So let's proceed to the next presenter, please.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. For the contract ID of 26LC0050, with the contact name of construction of Barangay construction of road, Barangay Cambanogoy to New Bantayan, Station 0 to Station 0+500, Asuncion, Davao del Norte, with a brief description of 38,416,000. Source of fund niya is FY26 GAA. The contract duration of 273 calendar days. Okay. Then the location of the project po. Next po. Then the scope of works is IR concreting of 500 linear meter, gravel transition of 260 linear meter, paving of shoulder, construction of slope protection, reinforced concrete, installation of solar street lights, installation of cross drain with head wall and lateral RCPCs, installation of hazard markers and road signs, application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings. For the summary of quantities, for the part A, facilities for the engineer, construction field office for the engineer, provision of furnitures, fixtures, equipment, and appliances for the field office for the engineer. For the other general requirements, construction survey staking, project board and signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, and mobilization and demobilization. For the earthworks, individual removal of trees, 150 to 300 mm diameter small, individual removal of trees, 301 to 500 mm diameter. Then removal of structures and obstructions. Then removal of actual structures or obstructions, existing head wall. Removal of actual structures or obstruction, 0.15 meters thick PCP unreinforced. Removal of actual structures and obstructions, 910 mm diameter RCPC. Then removal of actual structures or obstructions, 460 mm diameter RCPC. Structure excavation, common soil. Foundation fill, pipe culverts and drain excavation, common soil. Embankment from roadway structure excavation, common soil. Embankment from barrow, common soil. Subgrade preparation, common material. For the subbase and base course, aggregate subbase course. For the Surface course, Portland cement concrete pavement, unreinforced, 0.15 meter thick, 14 days. Then Portland cement concrete pavement, unreinforced, 0.23 meters thick, 14 days. For the drainage slope protection structures, reinforcing steel, grade 40, reinforcing steel, grade 60, structural concrete, 20.68 MPa, class A, 14 days. Pipe culverts, 610 mm diameters, class 4 RCPC. Pipe culverts, 1,120 mm diameter, class 4 RCPC. Then removing, cleaning, relaying, salvage, culvert pipe, 610 mm diameter. Then stone masonry, concrete slope protection. For the miscellaneous structures, warning sign 600 mm, W25B, intersection and junction signs, Y junction. Guide or information signs, G41, fingerboard direction signs. Hazard markers, 150 by 600 mm chevron signs. Seedlings or saplings for other programs or initiatives. Reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings, white. Reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings, yellow. And single-arm solar LED roadway lighting 8-meter pole na 80 watts to 125 watts. 6 pieces. Next. For the vertical roadway section, the width sa PCP is 3.05. Then, ang iyang concrete pavement is, or shoulder is 1.5 meters. Next po. Then, ano ang details sa slope protection. Then, these are the geotag photos. Ano siya ang beginning sa project. Next po. Then, that's all po.
Okay, thank you. Any query from the back members?
Query lang, Mr. Chair. Status sa sa right of way.
Okay naman siya, sir.
Okay lang.
Okay po, sir.
So, pakibalik sa cross-section. Sir, di ba nakay cross drain?
Naa, sir.
Wala kay cross-section sa cross drain.
Wala yata nabot nga ni Sir Jandy, sir.
So, unsa to? I-replace na to?
Kuan, sir. Na siya kanang replace, sir.
Napoy dili. Napoy bago pa.
Yes po.
So, unsay method sa imong paglay sa pipe sa bago? Which is included sa para maka-come up ta sa POW. Wala pa siya dati cross drain.
Wala pa siya, sir.
So unsay method nimo paglay sa pipe which is needed siya sa maka-come up ka og unsay ibutang yung materials and so on. Naka-idea, sir?
Wala.
Programmer na ka, sir, no? Or designer?
Designer, sir, pero dili niya ako ang project, sir.
Sino program niya?
Si Dari po, sir.
Sige, I suggest mag-coordinate mong duha.
Yes, sir.
Kay kuan lang kuan atong siyempre pag sa implementing na di pod magkuan. So needed mo na siya. So pamantala na po sa imong programmer.
Yes, sir.
Yun sa niya. Then sa pa. Implementing unit.
None, Mr. Chair.
Backsec.
None, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so we have to proceed to the next presenter, the last presenter. Isa na.
For the contract ID of 26LC0059, with a contract name of construction of road Barangay Santo Niño to Central Baugan, Talaingod, Davao del Norte, within station 2 plus, 0 plus 0 to station 2 plus 00. Brief description is construction of concrete road, then with an ABC of 72,375,000 with a contract duration of 286 calendar days with a source of fund of FY 2026 GAA. Next po. For the summary of quantities, facilities for the engineer, construction of field office for the engineer, provision of furnitures, fixtures, equipment, and appliances for the field office for the engineer. For the other general requirements, permit and clearances, construction, survey, and staking, project billboard, signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization and demobilization. For the earthworks, individual removal of trees, 150 to 300, 301 to 500, and 501 to 750. Then surplus common excavation, structure excavation, common soil, pipe culverts and drain excavation, common soil, embankment from roadway or structure excavation, common soil, subgrade preparation or common material. Next po. Then for the sub-base and base course, aggregate sub-base course. For the surface course, gravel surface course, Portland cement, concrete pavement and reinforced 0.23 meters thick, 14 days. For the drainage and slope protection structures, line canal, trapezoidal, reinforced concrete. Pipe culverts, 910 mm diameter, class 4 RCPC. Pipe culverts na 1,220 mm diameter, class 4 RCPC. Grouted riprap, class A, stone masonry, hand-laid rock embankment. And then for the miscellaneous structures, metal guardrail, metal beam including post, single W beam, metal beam end piece bull nose, warning signs 600 mm, W13A, horizontal alignment curve left or right, then W14A, horizontal alignment reverse curve left or right, W15A, horizontal alignment winding road left or right, W54B, road obstacle sign steep descent, then W55B, road obstacle sign steep climb. Then seedlings or saplings for other programs or initiatives. Then reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white and reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings yellow. Yes. Then is the plan sa project po. Then this is the typical roadway section. 3.05 ang meter ang width sa project. Then 1.5 meter ang iyang shoulder po. Then this is the typical roadway section sa massive cut. Next. Then this is the concrete line canal po na trapezoidal details. Next. Then this is the grouted riprap slope protection na detail. Next. Then this is the detail for guardrails po. Then these are the JOTAG photos. That's all po. Thank you.
Any query, back members?
Query, Mr. Chair. Right of way din.
Okay na po lang right of way.
Okay, right of way.
Implementing unit?
Mr. Chair.
Gamay lang sir katong sa imong slope protection pakibalik. Whip holes.
Dito sa kansa.
So whip holes sir. Indicated ba diha kung unsay schedule niya? I mean
Na sir.
I mean Pila man?
100, space at 2,000 on center staggered po.
No. Ang iyang kabaga?
100 mm, sir.
Dili, ang iyang kabaga ba?
S1000 man siya, sir. S1000.
So wala diha.
Wala na butang ni Ate
So
Maymay.
ibutang na to dapat maapas kay kasagaran kontraktor magbutang na siya nipis ba?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Ibutang na to ang
Opo, sir. Noted po.
usually S1000 ta.
Yes po.
Thank you. Oh, indicate kay mo para walay kon ba? Fair kay mga naman si kontraktor. Wala man sa plano. O di ba? So
Yes po, sir.
tama mabutang na to. Maapas man sir no?
Yes po, mga paso, sir.
Yeah, pag adto dito wala din naapas. Butang na ninyo. Thank you sir.
Thank you, sir.
So requirements of
Excuse
bidding
me, Mr.
documents,
Chair.
BACSEC.
For query lang po, Mr. Chair, regarding sa calendar days, kung naabay mausap.
Nawala na. Okay. Calendar.
Kay, as per, 26, final na. Okay po.
Na-posted na po. Nag-usap sila.
Okay. So, BACSEC, the requirements of bidding documents.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. The requirements of bidding documents, including invitation to bid, instruction to bidders, bid data sheet, general conditions of contracts, special conditions of contracts, specifications, drawings, bill of quantities, and Philippine bidding documents related forms. The bidding documents are posted on the DPWH website and PhilJEPs. Amendments in the provision of the bidding documents shall be issued through a supplemental bid bulletin and will be posted in the bid bulletin and notices. Documents to be submitted by the bidder, technical and financial proposals. Bids must be duly received by the procuring entities back at Kilometer 48, Barangay Kanukutan, Tagum City, Davao del Norte, for manual submission or at electronic bids_Davao del Norte at dpwh.gov.ph for electronic submission. Bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. For electronic submission, prior to the deadline of submission of bids, the prospective bidder shall send an email attaching the copy of the official receipt of purchase of bidding documents in portable document file or PDF format. Only the electronic bids of bidders who have successfully submitted an electronic official receipt shall be accepted. Prospective bidders shall prepare their bids in 2 file folders in appropriate documents and file format, each for the technical and financial components. Only during the actual opening of bids shall the bidder disclose the passwords for his electronic bid. This can be done by the bidder's authorized representative verbally in person, through phone call, online platforms, or through writing. For joint venture, the format of pickup ID to be used by the bidder in naming their files shall be the pickup ID of the lead member. The step-by-step detailed procedure of electronic submission is stipulated in the bidding documents clause 22 and in the Department Order 87 series of 2020. Also included in the Department Order are the steps for the modification of electronic bid, non-participation in the bidding, withdrawal of electronic bid, and proper email subject and the file name for each file to be submitted to designated email address. For the technical proposal, PhilJEP Certificate of Registration, Platinum Membership in accordance with Section 20 of the IRR, pickup license and registration in case of joint venture. Statement of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract or SLCC in accordance with ITB Clause 5-5. The single largest completed contract or SLCC shall be supported by an owner's certificate of final acceptance issued by the project engineer other than the contractor, or a final rating of at least satisfactory in the CPES. or a similar performance and monitoring system. In case of contracts with the private sector, an equivalent document shall be submitted. Net financial contracting capacity, or NFCC, computation in accordance with ITB Clause 5-6. Joint venture agreement, if applicable, which requires special pickup license and registration with percentage of the two contractors. The bid security in prescribed form, amount, and validity period. The bidder at its option shall submit a bid security in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following: the amount of not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in cash, the amount of not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in cashier's check, the amount of not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in manager's check, and the amount of not less than 5% of ABC if surety bond. In case of extension of bid validity and bid security validity period, substitution of the bid security form is allowed. Bid securing declaration in the following forms may be used: cash or cashier's or manager's check issued by a bank, surety bond callable upon demand issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security. Bid shall remain valid for the period specified in the BDS, which shall not exceed 120 calendar days from the date of the opening of bids. Should it become necessary to extend the validity of the bids and the bid securities beyond 120 calendar days, the procuring entity concerned shall request in writing all those who submitted bids for such extension before the expiration date therefore. Any discrepancy in the amount, even a centavo, means non-compliant. Project requirements, which shall include the following: organizational chart of the personnel to be deployed for the procurement project to be bid, list of contractors' personnel, example, project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, and foremen, to be assigned to the procurement project to be bid, with their complete qualifications and experience data. This personnel must meet the required minimum years of experience set in the BDS. As per Department Order Number 9, Series of 2012, if a proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that the personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract, and he or she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office. The bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not its employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder if it is awarded the contract under bidding. The said certification shall be included in the first envelope of the sealed bid. As per Department Order Number 252, Series of 2025, issued by the Department of Labor and Employment, revised implementing rules and regulation of Republic Act Number 11058 entitled An Act Strengthening Compliance with Occupational Safety and Health Standards and Providing Penalties for Violations thereof under Section 10, Safety in the Use of Equipment, to quote: Operator shall undergo appropriate training and certification from the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, or TESDA, the Professional Regulation Commission, or other relevant government agencies before using the equipment. The DOLE may recognize training provided by equipment manufacturers, suppliers, or international organization if it is not available locally. Accredited Safety Officer, requirements for approval of Construction Safety and Health Program, required upon issuance of notice of award. In compliance with DOLE Department Order Number 252, Series of 2025 under Section 22, Occupational Safety and Health Standards for the Construction Industry. First aider with certificate of training issued by Philippine Red Cross or an organization authorized by the Secretary of Labor and Employment. Requirements for the approval of Construction Safety and Health Program, required upon issuance of notice of award. In compliance with DOLE Department Order Number 252, Series of 2025, under Section 22, Occupational Safety and Health Standards for the Construction Industry. In compliance with Section 17 of DOLE Department Order Number 13, The implementation of construction safety shall be considered in all stages of project procurement, design, estimate, and construction, and its cost shall be integrated to the overall project cost under pay item B-71 and B-72. Occupational safety and health as a lump sum amount to be quantified in the detailed estimate. The lease of contractors' major equipment unit which are owned, leased, or under purchase agreement, supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project, as the case may be, which must meet the minimum requirements for the contract set in the BDS. As per Department Order 58 Series of 2012, all prospective bidders are mandated to state in their bid documents a complete technical description of their pledged equipment, whether owned or leased, such as but not limited to the engine number, year, model, chassis number, plate number, production capacity, and load capacity. In addition, the prospective bidder should also be required to state in their bid documents the particular place or site where the equipment are located as provided for under Department Order Number 9, Series of 2012. If any piece of equipment is not in the location, then the bidder shall be post-disqualified. Failure of a prospective bidder to comply with the said requirements shall result in the bidder's automatic post-disqualification for award of contract and forfeiture of its bid security. Certification of minimum laboratory equipment duly certified by any DPWH office as per Department Order 11, Series of 2017. Pursuant to Department Order Number 171, Series of 2025, guidelines on the use of DPWH performance evaluation system for constructors, consultants, and supplier. Department of Public Works and Highways recognizes the necessity of institutionalizing formal performance evaluation system for all types of procurement to ensure that past and ongoing performance records are consistently considered in critical stages of procurement and contract management. At the eligibility stage, pursuant to Section 54-4-2-5 of the IRR for infrastructure projects, bidders shall submit proof of satisfactory past performance, such as CPES rating of at least satisfactory or an owner's certificate of final acceptance or equivalent for private sector contracts. Bidders must ensure to the adherence to the Department Order 110, Series of 2024 for the implementation of ISO 9001:2015 certification requirement for large A, medium B, and medium A contractors in the procurement of infrastructure projects of the department. Hence, bidders must attach to the technical envelope their ISO 9001:2015 certification. Failure to attach will be a disqualification of their bid. Pursuant to Department Order Number 169, Series of 2025, only accredited project engineers may be assigned to DPWH projects subject to the following limits of assignment. The Omnibus Sworn Statement in accordance with Section 54-3 of the IRR 11 items. To ensure compliance with the subject, with the memorandum dated February 24, 2026, with the subject clarification and the implementing of beneficial ownership information or BOI, disclosure requirements under the memorandum dated November 19, 2025, in accordance with Section 82 of the Implementing Rules and Regulation of Republic Act Number 12009, provides for the disclosure of beneficial ownership information for legal entities participating in government procurement. In this regard, and consistent with the intent of said provision, the following implementation guidance is adopted. Considering that the current omnibus statement already incorporates sworn declaration relating to beneficial ownership disclosure, and in order to streamline documentary requirements and avoid duplication of sworn submissions, the separate submission of the sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership Annex A shall no longer be required. In lieu thereof, Disclosure of beneficial ownership shall be established through submission of the latest General Information Sheet or GIS, reflecting beneficial ownership information or BOI, duly filed with the stamp received by the Securities and Exchange Commission or SEC. This requirement shall be specified in the documents comprising the bid as mentioned in item number 4 thereof, and shall be submitted by the bidders in its bid. The requirement shall apply only to the entities enumerated under Section 82 of the IRR, namely legal entities such as corporations, partnership, private sector organizations, foundations, and associations. For the financial proposal, financial bid form, bid prices, bill of quantities in accordance with ITB Clause 13-1. Failure to attach any requirement or any missing or incomplete or patently insufficient documents in the above-mentioned checklist is a ground for outright rejection of the bid and will fall as non-compliant. All documents to be submitted must be carried and updated, otherwise it will be rated as failed. Bidders shall enclose their technical documents in one sealed envelope marked technical component, and the financial component in another sealed envelope marked financial component, sealing them all in outer envelope marked bid, and bid's proposal must be in A4 size. Further, the authorized liaison officer will be the one to drop the bids. Bids submitted through carrier will not be accepted. Bidders shall submit 2 original copies and 1 copy of certified true copies of the technical and financial components of the bid. The original copy of the bid shall be typed or written in ink and limited to 2 decimal places in amount, and shall be signed by the bidder or its duly authorized representative. All envelopes shall contain the name of the contract to be bid in capital letters, bear the name and address of the bidder in capital letters, be addressed to the procuring entity's bank in accordance with ITB Clause 18-1. Bear the specific identification of this bidding process indicated in the ITB Clause 1-1, and bear a warning, do not open before the date and time for the opening of bids in accordance with ITB Clause 19. The bidders are also advised to be responsible on their bids submitted in accordance with the checklist, and their technical and financial proposals should have proper tabbing in words based on the order in the checklist, including proper sequencing of documents in chronological order. Further, bidders were advised not to recycle legal documents or documents attached in the previous submission of bids which have the signature and countersigns of the back members. Late bids submitted will not be accepted. All forms as mentioned in ITB Clause 17-1 must be completed without any alterations to their format. No substitute form shall be accepted. Each and every page of the bid form, including the bill of quantities under Section 9 hereof, shall be signed by the duly authorized representative of the bidder. Failure to do so shall be a ground for the rejection of the bid. Any insertions, erasures, or overwriting shall be valid only if they are signed or initialed by the duly authorized representative of the bidder. Bidders with lowest bid during the opening of bid is not a guarantee to be awarded for the contract. All bid documents are still subject to detailed bid evaluation and post-qualification prior to be declared as lowest calculated responsive bid and subsequently to be awarded for the contract. The bidders are given 3 days after the bidding to file for a motion for reconsideration.
Criteria and procedure for eligibility check, preliminary examination of bids, detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification, deliberation recommending award and award. After determining the names of the bidders that submitted bids for the contract at hand, the BAC, assisted by its BAC Secretariat, shall check if each bidder that submitted bids is eligible to bid for the contract being procured. This shall be done electronically using the DPWH CWA. The BAC Secretariat shall enter into the CWA the pickup license number and/or name of the bidder. The CWA program will then electronically process and match the bidder's capability or eligibility data in the CWA. The computer program will automatically determine if the bidder meets the following eligibility requirements. The cost of the bidder's SLCC is at least 50% of the ABC of the project to be procured. The bidder's NFCC is at least equal to ABC of the project to be procured. The program will also automatically generate the results of the eligibility check. The reasons for ineligibility will also be automatically shown in the notices of ineligibility. Bidding will be conducted through competitive bidding procedures using a non-discretionary pass-fail criterion as specified in the IRR, otherwise known as the New Government Procurement Act or NGPA. This office reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not award a contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with Section 70 of RA number 12009 without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. The procuring entity will undertake the detailed evaluation and comparison of the bids which have passed the opening and preliminary examination of bids pursuant to ITB Clause 22 to determine the lowest calculated bid or LCB. Lowest calculated responsive bidder is the award criterion. The same will be applied to detailed checking, evaluation of the technical proposal. Then the bidder rated as the lowest calculated bid will undergo post-qualification. Once post-qualified, the bidder will be determined as lowest calculated responsive bid and subsequently to be awarded for the contract. All bidders found to have conflicting interest shall be disqualified to participate in the procurement at hand, without prejudice to the imposition of appropriate administrative, civil, and criminal sanctions. All prospective bidders shall be required to submit a sworn disclosure of relations and beneficial ownership, clearly identifying the natural persons who ultimately own, control, or benefit from the bidding entity, whether directly or indirectly, through shareholding, voting rights, contractual agreements, or other means of control. Failure to comply shall be a ground for the automatic disqualification of the bid in consonance with Section 59 of the IRR. For the post-qualification, the bidders were advised to read Department Order Number 127 Series of 2018 and other issuances relative to this matter, since the BAC will be very keen and strict on the conduct of post-qualification process. As per the said DO, the contractor will not be awarded with certain project if it has a negative slippage of at least 15% in a single contract or at least 10% in 2 or more contracts. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on ongoing contracts within 7 days and to complete them within 30 days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and deficiencies, or failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificate of acceptance within 30 days and to complete the works within 90 days after the receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and failures, or substandard quality of work as per contract plans and specifications, or unsatisfactory performance of the contractor's obligations as per contract terms and conditions at the time of inspection, or liquidated damages currently imposed on the contractor. During post-qualification, even though the contractor is the lowest bidder, still it is subject for further verification to ensure the compliance of the requirements of the contract. With that, we will be sending you a letter being the lowest calculated responsive bid. Moreover, the qualifications and experience of the key technical personnel is subject for verification as part of the post-qualification process as per DO number 127 series of 2018. The BAC, with the assistance of the equipment verification team, will be strict on the compliance of the equipment as part of post-qualification as per DO number 127 series of 2018. The equipment verification team will conduct an inspection on the verification of the equipment pledged by the contractor. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Questions?
Mr. Chair,
Okay.
so we would like to inform our bidders, Mr. Chair, that there are common reasons for bidders' failure. Please allow me, Mr. Chair. Number 1 is failure to follow the posted supplemental bulletin on PhilJEP's and DPWH website. A contractor may fail in the bidding process if he or she does not strictly comply with the requirements, revisions, or clarifications stated in the supplemental bulletin posted on the PhilJEP's and DPWH website. Incorrect pay item, description, unit, or quantity in the bill of quantities. Errors in the bill of quantities such as incorrect pay items, descriptions, units of measurement, or quantities may result in disqualification during the evaluation of bids. Inconsistencies in the equipment pledge and supporting documents. The contractor may be disqualified if the equipment listed in the equipment pledge does not match the attached supporting documents such as official receipt, certificate of registration, proof of ownership, or lease agreement. All details, example, equipment type, plate number, capacity, and ownership information must be consistent and properly documented. Non-compliance with SLCC supporting documents requirements, Section 52-4-2-5. As required under Section 52-4-2-5, the SLCC or single largest completed contract must be supported by any of the following: an owner certificate of final acceptance issued by the project owner other than the contractor, a final rating of at least satisfactory under the Constructor's Performance Evaluation System or CPES, or a similar performance evaluation or monitoring document. For contracts with the private sector, an equivalent supporting document must be submitted. Failure to provide the required documents may result in disqualification. Alteration or substitution of prescribed bidding forms, Section 9, Philippine Bidding Documents Related Forms, ITB Clause 17-1. Pursuant to Section 9 of the Philippine Bidding Documents Related Forms, the forms required under ITB Clause 17-1 must be completed strictly in accordance with their prescribed format. No alterations, modifications, or substitutions of the official forms shall be accepted. Any deviation from the required format may lead to the rejection of the bid. For corporation and partnership, failure to attach the GIS reflecting the BOI duly received by the SEC and sworn affidavit in your bid as part of your eligibility in compliance to Section 82 of the IRR of RA 12009 on the declaration of beneficial ownership shall also be ground for disqualification. Failure to specify the applicable taxes itemized in the detailed estimate using the prescribed bid form, particularly under Declaration E, shall be a ground for disqualification. This is in accordance with the instructions to bidders ITB Clause 17-2 and as provided under Section 9 of the Philippine Bidding Documents. The forms referred to in ITB Clause 17-1 must be duly accomplished and submitted without any alteration to their prescribed format. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. So questions, comments from bidders and replies of BAC and other representatives of a procuring entity?
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. There are 19 views and 3 concurrent viewers, and there are no comments, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. For other matters, BACSEC, DWG.
For information and guidance of the prospective bidders, Mr. Chair, that the government had issued a memorandum and department orders. Number 1, interim guidelines upon lifting of suspension on procurement activities for locally funded civil works projects as referred into DPWH memorandum dated September 16, 2025. Under this memorandum, live streaming of bidding activities, Section 38.2 of the IRR of RA 12009, geotagging of project sites, DO 85 series of 2020, preparation of a straight line diagram, DO 246 series of 2024, net financial contracting capacity, Section 52.4.1.4 of the IRR of RA 12009. And number 2, bidders' responsibilities, the Philippine Bidding Documents, procurement of infrastructures projects. Number 3, Department Order number 28 series of 2024, dated February 26, 2024, subject 3-strike policy of infrastructure, goods, and consulting services contracts. And number 4, occupational safety and health program in the instruction to bidders. And number 5, Department Order number 241 series of 2024, subject guidelines on the processing, approval, and reporting system of construction safety and health program for DPWH infrastructure projects. Number 6, Department Order Number 171 Series of 2025, dated August 30, 2025, subject, Guidelines on the use of DPWH performance evaluation systems for constructors, consultants, and suppliers. And lastly, the directive to require submission of general information sheet reflecting beneficial information. Memorandum dated February 24, 2026, clarification on the implementation of BOI disclosure requirements under the memo dated November 19, 2025. And also reminded that their bid documents of the bidder must follow the completeness and sufficiency of the bid. The discounts offered should be clearly and legibly written with signatures so that the back will be able to read it during the opening of bids. Also reminded that they are not allowed to follow up their bids during evaluation period until issuance of the notice of award, unless the back in writing request for clarification of its bids. The no contact rule policy will be strictly observed. Whatever submitted during the drafting of bids will be evaluated. Submission of lacking or another document is not allowed. If there are any changes in the basic contract data of these projects, kindly closely check and monitor the DPWH and PhilJEP's websites for information and guidance regarding bid bulletin, and also if there are amendments to the bidding documents of these projects and all other notices, example, postponement or re-advertisement. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Are there any other matters for discussion? How about our schedule tomorrow? Open bids.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. There will be a scheduled opening of bids for tomorrow, May 19, 2026.
How many?
10 contracts, Mr. Chair.
10. Okay, thank you. So, other matters for discussion? The summary.
In summary, the following matters were discussed and noted. For contracts under re-invitation to bid number 2026-004, there were no changes in the basic contract data. For IB number 2026-007, for contract ID number 26LC0016, there were discrepancies in the quantities presented and posted. A supplemental bulletin will be issued accordingly. For 26LC0036, there will be changes in the quantities in the BOQ. Hence, a supplemental bulletin will be posted. For 26LC0037, a supplemental bulletin will be issued for the additional items in the BOQ and to correct the contract duration. And as for the remaining contracts, no changes were made. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Are there any other matters for discussion? If none, any move for adjournment?
Mr. Chair, I move to adjourn.
Second motion.
Adjournment has been moved and duly seconded. Therefore,